In this video, we're going to cover some very important safety tips for a safari.
I counted 12 lions.
While we do our first full day game drive in the Masai Mara. We hope you like big cats. This is part of our True Safari series. So I showed our first game drive in Amboseli, and this is our first game drive we did in the Masai Mara. Well, first full day game drive, anyway. We did a short drive the night before when we arrived, which we showed in our previous video.
Yeah!
This may have been the best game drive we did on the whole trip. It starts out with a bang. We had just barely got started and saw this awesome giraffe. But you won't believe what we see in a minute. So there's 3 male lions attacked and killed a buffalo. We didn't see that part, but eating a buffalo. That's a wildebeest. Let's turn over. So these lions are eating a wildebeest. So with all the big cats we see, I thought it'd be a good time to talk about safety on a safari.
Oh, there you go.
You'll definitely want to get some travel insurance for a safari trip.
The hyena's got something in its mouth.
First, it will cover all your expenses if you have to cancel your trip. Second, you have to book safari trips so far out in advance that it's possible your safari company may go out of business before you even get there. That would be horrible. So make sure you are covered. But the most important reason to get travel insurance is in case you get sick or have an
In the
accident.
brain.
If you have to get airlifted out of the bush, that can cost thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. That's extremely unlikely to happen, but you do want to be covered just in case. Also, be aware that most travel insurance does not cover extreme sports. So if you plan on skydiving, bungee jumping, mountain climbing, spelunking, scuba diving deep or without a dive master, zip lining, or riding in a hot air balloon, you may not be covered. I mean, Shannon and I do half that stuff on any given vacation. Here we did ride in a hot air balloon, and we should have that video out very soon. We should have a scuba video out from Diani Beach in Kenya as well. So, if you do extreme vacations like we do, make sure to find an insurance company that provides an extreme sports waiver, or see if your primary medical insurance covers it. It's very important to do a little research and see which vaccinations you need. You also need to plan ahead, because sometimes you have to wait a certain amount of time between vaccinations, like the hepatitis shots, for example. Some of these vaccines can be quite expensive too. Our yellow fever shot alone was like $200 or $300 USD.
She ain't gonna love this video.
You may also need oral typhoid pills, hepatitis A and B vaccines, tetanus shots, and malaria pills. All those can set you back $500 or $600 USD, but also check with your medical insurance. Some medical plans will pay for these vaccinations and shots. These lions will eat for hours until there's just about nothing left. Then the hyenas and birds will get to eat. I can't believe we were fortunate enough to see this, and we were only about an hour into our all-day game drive.
Oh, they're going in for the... Oh, here they go. See if this is gonna work out.
I'll show you how this ends in a minute. But first, I want to show you this large pride of lions we saw. So that was amazing. Those were 3 brother lions, and they had probably killed that wildebeest last night and have been eating on it all night. They eat until it's finished. And they can eat half of their weight in one sitting. The most dangerous thing you'll encounter on a safari isn't hippos or crocodiles or even big cats. The deadliest thing is much smaller, the tiny little mosquito. There are at least 11 lions over there. However, we went during the dry season, and even staying next to the river, we didn't encounter many mosquitoes or other bugs at all.
I counted 12 lions. 12. But every time I count, there's one more, because I see one more.
In our video of Lake Naivasha, I said the only place we encountered mosquitoes would surprise you. Of all our travels in Kenya, including Diani Beach, the only place we had issues with mosquitoes was the international airport in Nairobi. It was a nice airport, but the lobby area before you check in had a ton of mosquitoes. Instead of a smelly, deep bug spray, find one that uses picaridin. It works extremely well and has almost no odor. We will probably never use deep bug spray again. Alright, we're back at the cats eating the wildebeest, and gonna see if the hyenas have got any food yet. I know this isn't for everyone, but if you're on a safari, you'll realize this is an amazing sight.
He's got the hoof.
Perhaps the second most dangerous thing on a safari may be the sun. Make sure to wear a good sunscreen, but hats and long clothing work even better. We should have a video out at some point on what to pack for a safari, but for clothes, really all you need is a few pairs of hiking pants, t-shirts, and a couple long sleeve shirts. Oh, and don't wear sandals or flip-flops. You'll want to take closed-toe shoes. And don't wear bright colors. Stick with browns, greens, and other neutral colors to help blend into the environment. That said, don't wear camouflage. Camouflage can only be worn by the military in certain countries. Also, focus on wearing layers. We went in August, and the mornings and evenings were cool, and the afternoons were quite warm. Also, a handkerchief to wear around your mouth, and sunglasses will help keep the dust out of your face. Man, watching these hyenas try to steal the food is just like those nature TV shows. Being out here is like being on another planet. Perhaps the most dangerous thing we encountered in Kenya wasn't the animals or even the mosquitoes, but driving on the roads. Not only are the roads bad, but we constantly thought we were going to have a head-on collision. About the only thing you can do for that, besides buckling in, is make sure you have a good driver and safari guide. Our guide Rufus was awesome, and he made getting around on these roads a little better.
Jump it!
Oh, and that brings me to a really important point. The best thing you can do to have a safe safari is to use a reputable safari company. We used Spirit of Kenya, and they were great. Make sure to watch our video on how to plan a safari and choose the best safari company. We have some really good tips in that one. Wow, it's not even lunchtime yet, and we have seen a ton of lions. What a fantastic day. Not for that wildebeest though. Another safety tip is to make sure you stay in your vehicle if you're doing a vehicle safari. Your tour guide will let you know when it's safe to get out. Occasionally you will stop and get out for lunch. It's so amazing here. We see a ton of stuff after lunch, but we're gonna have to show that later, I guess. We hope the tips in this video were useful. Make sure to watch all the videos in our Ultimate Safari Guide, especially if you plan on going on a safari yourself. Well, we hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we have over 100 videos on our channel, so pick an adventure and let's go do some stuff.